Hey friends, welcome back to another week of fun, hopefully peace and joy. We're in Pisces season, so definitely pay attention to your dreams during Pisces season. Journal them, and I'll be doing mine. Actually, I want to do kind of like a dream share. I haven't done a dream reading in a while, so I think that'd be fun. I think I'm going to do that. But yeah, welcome back to another week. Welcome back to Fifth Road Spirit Tarot. I am here with your weekly reading. Doing something a little bit different, obviously, because I'm on camera. I've decided to just, try something different. And also, yeah, my nails are not that great. But anyway, that doesn't matter. Yeah. All right. We're in Pisces season. I don't think I'm going to do a special Pisces reading. But let's go ahead and get started. All right. So, back to using my True Heart Intuitive Tarot deck. It's just, the images on it are just phenomenal. So, pretty excited about it. But let's go ahead and get in this reading. Actually, this time I do want to do something different. I'm using my bell to kind of clear the space here. Right. Get some stuff off of there. And let's get started. A little bit more of maybe, I think, some of the energies of the Leo full moon reading, I believe. Prince of Wands and the Eight of Discs. Something about hard work, changing things. Let's see. Prince of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it might be like I'm feeling like the end of a project, but like it was a hard project. Sorry, I keep looking at the red dot. I'm still looking at the camera. It could be some sort of like a hard project. But at the end of that project comes healing, but with a hard truth. Maybe there's some sort of required change or something. Oh yeah, might be off on a journey. I'm still getting a little bit of those like Leo full moon vibes. I think that was the Leo full moon reading. Yeah, King of Wands here. Going from the Prince of Wands to the King of Wands. Might even be getting, it's weird. I'm getting the energy of you're getting a promotion, but you don't, it's like you don't really want to take the promotion. I don't understand. Oh well. Let's ask Spirit. Spirit, calling my divine masters and teachers, come into this reading with a message for this week, February. Wow. Dang it. So you know how I said this was like mirroring a reading that we had last week. I'm just gonna hold on. I'll just talk about them as I'm pulling them out because you can't see the spread. So I'm just gonna talk about it. And I'm laughing because I'm like, I remember one of those readings was specifically, we're waiting for the Emperor. The only thing missing here is the Emperor, right? Well, look who shows up. The Emperor and the Devil. Normally, I don't get the, normally when the Emperor shows up, or no, when the Devil shows up, I don't get like, ooh, the Devil, hell, like all that other stuff. And I don't really get it here, but I also am just like, the Emperor is showing up, but he's showing up with like some baggage, essentially. So when I talk about the Emperor, right? You know, and a lot of other tarot readers will talk about this whole divine masculine. But of course here, I want to focus on the spiritual lesson of that there's like this psychic value. Part of the psyche is this idea of the masculine, the structure, the thing that brings the structure and that brings this channeling. No, channeling was something that came up in a reading that I did yesterday that I should definitely post. I'm wearing the same shirt in it, so please don't judge me. Whatever. So there's this idea that there should be a healthy container for the Empress to create something new, right? And forgive me, my heat just kicked on, so I'm gonna see if I can pull this microphone up a little bit. Okay. All right. So in the last, I believe it was the last reading, there, you know, we're waiting for this Emperor to show up, and we want him to be this safe channel, safe passageway, but it seems as if there's something coming forward with the Emperor, and to me it just looks like with the Devil card here, you can see these two people tied up, bound together, and unable to free themselves. Their backs are to the fire, right? And it could be that there's this dance going on between the Emperor and the Empress. Now, the Empress hasn't shown up in the reading yet, but that's kind of what I'm getting the sense of this is a continuation of a previous story. And I know a lot of, if you watch a lot of YouTube tarot readers like I do, hence my confession in my last video and the resulting guide, self-care guide that I wrote, yeah, a lot of times it's just this structure is showing up, but it's got strings attached to it. There are rules coming forward, and it could be related to this pre-shuffle like reading, some of the cards that I looked at the bottom of the deck. It could be that there is some sort of, there are strings attached to this new structure, and it might not be something that you like, and it could be that you'll end up, you know, working or in some sort of a relationship with something that could end up being toxic and could end up kind of backfiring if you accept it. So yeah, this new structure, right? This new structure or this new, you know, container comes with strings attached, and it could be really toxic. But let's continue. All right, pick back up where I left off. Spirit, can you tell us more about this Emperor and the Devil? What can we expect here? The Hermit. And I see this, we've got major arcana coming out here, like big time. It's funny, I had a reading with this guy, Con Eaton, that created the Black Power Tarot deck, and it has nothing to do with the Hermit card, but it might actually, because I'm talking about teaching and shining the light on things. But so Con, with the cards, I got a reading with the cards. So I got a reading with Con. Con is apparently a very well-known musician from Canada, currently lives in Germany. And you know, he talked about the specific tarot. He actually like worked on this tarot deck with a graphic designer, but also wanted to talk more to one of the other like great, you know, guys that were, when I say, I mean, it's just guys that were interested in tarot, Alejandro Jodorowsky. and I'm getting like completely like, oh my gosh. But Alejandro Jodorowsky made all these like really cult classic films, one of which my favorite is The Holy Mountain. And it was just so awesome to get that like kind of like it was third-hand experience, but Khan knew one of Alejandro's sons, and therefore was able to like get an audience with him to actually talk about the tarot cards. So that just tells you, one, how much of a tarot geek I am, and how much of a other geek I am as well. Anyway, this is not about me. This is about the collective. But talking about that, right? Talking about that memory kind of brings up the idea of mentorship with this Hermit card. Now, Hermit cards, the Hermit in tarot, is typically someone who stands alone but shines a light, and is often the person that helps us cross the river of understanding, the river of emotions, the river of change. I went on a walk, a long hike this morning, and I was thinking about this. So I've been doing some like facilitating on the side, group facilitations, and I thought about this idea of, change when we go through transformation and we go through change. And there is this idea that there was a quote. I'm all over the place with my connecting thoughts, and I thank you, Pisces season. While I was on the walk, I remembered this quote that I actually was thinking about when I was in freaking Spain. Neural pathways. So the quote is, never, a man can go in a river, but he's not going to come out the same man, and it's not going to be the same river he exits. And it's this idea of, when you step into a river, the water that hits you at the point that you step in is always going to be rushing and flowing and changing. And so that by the time you step out on the other side, there's this idea that you have been changed and transformed in more ways than one. I see in this Hermit card that whatever this Emperor and this Devil is bringing, this strings attached, you're going to need some guidance. You're going to need someone who has been there and done that, and someone who has navigated the waters of change, but kind of has not been changed. So there's two parts to this. This could be, let me reach out and find a mentor. Let me find a way to float through this and not be affected too badly. Or the other thing in the Hermit card is going off on your own venture, going off on your own knowledge into a new direction, because you see the strings attached and you're like, I think I can do better. Do you know what I mean? So there's that. All right, Spirit. What in the world? I thought I flipped this back over, but here it is in the reverse. I was not planning to read these in the reverse, but this one was still upside down in the deck. Thanks, Aisha. 4 of discs in reverse. And it's 4 of discs upright is being closed off, being a miser, holding on to your money, closing yourself off from opportunity, things like that. Here, you're open to change. It's almost like I'm getting the sense that there's this being blessed with change, being blessed by a new opportunity, and really coming out of your shell and doing something almost completely different. And even if it's not completely different, you're definitely just like, it's, I heard, you don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here, is what I'm saying. I don't need to go. I got to get out of here where I am, because I've closed myself off to opportunity. I've closed myself off to, you know, spreading my wings. So that was still in the reverse. It could still tie to the message from yesterday, which I definitely want to look at a little bit more. Spirit, what is this opportunity that we're opening up for? Seven of Cups, options, choices. And I think really with this card, it's saying, well, what do you want? You need to get clear. You need to get clear on what you want, clear on how your cups can get filled. Because you can see here the person is got waves of change coming toward them. And all these waves of change are saying, what do you want? We're going to change you. You know, remember that, what I said about the waters? You know, the waters of change in the Hermit card here? It's like the waters are coming and you need to make a decision. So there might be a time stamp even on this decision of maybe 7 days or 7 weeks. I wouldn't go so far as to say 7 cups, 7 months. But yeah, I feel like there's the idea, the necessity that you need to get clear on what you want, like pretty quickly. And I understand that feeling, so you're not alone in these energies. Oh, look at that. So this is the Three of Cups. And it's almost as if, okay, you know, you're narrowing down from the Seven of Cups to the Three of Cups. I feel like there were some cups that came out in a different order over the last few days using this deck. But yeah, it's almost like I got the saying, you know, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. So it's like, I think there's this idea of picking your friends very carefully, like making sure you're all on one accord. Because I see there's 2 women here in the card that are looking in one direction and one that has our back to us. So it's kind of like, you know, are we all on the same page? We're not really facing the same direction. And, you know, if we look at it, only 2 women are holding the glass in the same hand. And one looks like they're just kind of mirroring. So it might be that there's some, that's interesting. Because under each light here in the shadows, there's only couples under those lights. And here we have 3 people kind of standing out. So it's almost like, I get a sense that one of these cups is going to drop away. One of these choices is going to fall away. Which only leaves you with 2 choices, right? So it's almost like get real clear on what you want. Let's continue. So what is it that we end up looking for? What is it that what's the goal here? Justice. Justice. And look at that, there's 2. Two things being balanced on this justice scale. Justice to me is typically about a legal situation. It could be something to do with the law, but here I don't sense that it's something legal. I sense that it's like standing on truth. And it's really balanced. It's at a high level with it being the Justice card. There's something being worked out in the heavens. But it stands on a truth. And it's kind of like, are you willing to stand on this truth and balance things out? This is a tough place to be, because I almost sense that this is not just the heavens doing that. It's almost like, are you going to stand up and balance the 2? Are you going to stand in your truth and say something because, you know, sword here, the sword here at the bottom that she's standing on, swords are about communication. Swords are about equaling things out. Wow. All right, Spirit, do you have anything else for this outcome? Anything else for this outcome? No. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands again. And the King of Wands, to me, says about this reading. Let me hold it up. The King of Wands, to me, says this is about some sort of new venture. This is about a mature venture that is something, it's going to be something big. It's going to be something big. But do you necessarily need to be a part of it, is the question here. Okay. So I'm going to clarify this reading with the Rider-Waite deck. And these I do read in the reverse. When I put this deck away, I'm definitely going to put that other deck away. I'm definitely going to flip over that Four of Discs. But either way, Four of Discs in reverse is basically really good because you're opening up, you know. It's like taking a risk. I get the sense that you're taking a risk here. But again, the question is the risk worth it? Is it going to work out in the end? Is it going to balance out in the end? Who knows? King of Wands knows, right? All right, let's see, one more shuffle. Okay, let's clarify this Emperor and the Devil pair. What's going on here? So these cards are kind of sticking out as I was trying to shuffle. Yeah, I don't like this King of Wands. Good Lord. Okay, so the Emperor and the Devil is clarified by these three cards. And it came out like this. So I'm going to talk about, we've got the Three of Swords, King of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. So to me, with this Emperor and Devil duo, I feel like there is some sort of opportunity coming back, or some sort of past, like a group tried to get together like previously and it just didn't work out. But someone else is trying to do it again, and they're trying to do it earnestly, but they don't it's like they don't understand the history of this Emperor Devil situation, because the history was that it didn't work out. There were too many cooks in the kitchen, you know. There were too many ideas and ideals that were separate and not shared. And the King of Wands in reverse is just like, oh, you know, I'm just going to take some petty solo action. But the Queen of Cups is like, oh, I'm just, you know, I'm so hopeful and I'm trying. But I also get the sense that the Queen of Cups, with the pairing of these two cards, is just some sort of energy that's like, you know, I'm going to stay focused and I'm going to do this and we're going to do this. You know, we're going to do this. Someone is really like doing that. This Emperor and the Devil and this clarifying situation, someone is like, oh no, we're definitely going to do this. And it's like, but you're going, it's almost like you might even feel, oh, but you're going down the wrong path. That's not the right way. That's the wrong way. And so there are strings attached where it's almost like you know, there's a king and a queen here. They're diametrically opposed to each other because one is upright and one is reverse. And then it's just a fruitless situation. You know, there's just like no, you know, this Three of Swords is like, there are too many conflicting ideas. There are too many communications, too many, like, people are trying to like make decisions, and it's like, but, and you might even be looking at it like, this is not happening. Like, this is strings attached to this, and I understand this is ridiculous. Ooh. Okay. Let's keep going. All right, so let's clarify this Hermit card. Let's get some more about the story on this Hermit card. King of Cups. Interesting. So while we have this Three of Swords, the King of Wands in reverse, and the Queen of Cups upright, I sense it, you know, yeah, someone's really trying to work this out and make it happen, right? But I feel now we've got the King of Cups upright for the Hermit card. So with this combination, I feel it's almost like someone is going above the Queen of Cups head, or there is this idea of let me check in again on this idea. Well, and it's the same thing. Let me check in again on this idea because, you know, the King of Cups was here when it was first proposed and now it's not here, and, you know, it's not working. So there could be, there's, you know, what's weird too is that I feel like there's some sort of energy where the King of Wands is even trying to insert himself into a situation, and the Queen of Cups is trying to defend and continue forward bravely and continue to be like a very strong container. But I don't know. There has to be some sort of a King of Cups situation coming in to offer guidance in change, offer guidance, offer mentorship, offer even like education, or just navigating the waters of change, right? Okay. So let's clarify this Four of Discs. Of course, it just falls out. The Four of Discs in reverse, the Strength card. Yeah. This is... whatever this endeavor is, whatever you decide to do, I don't see saying, you know, it's going to take a lot of strength as correct. What I'm seeing as it's kind of like you finally stepping into your power, you finally stepping into your full personal power that you've been like endowed with from birth. Like, it's your birthright to step into this power. And it's not something, when I say birthright, I mean your soul right to step into this power right here outside of, you know, your soul inside of your body as your body moves through the earth. All of that power is now radiating outward and you are claiming it. So it's not something, oh, you've got to be strong, you've got to do that. No, this is like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, everything in my life is built up to this point, kind of a thing. And you're prepared for it. You're ready for this. You're ready to step into this new level of power. You're ready. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to be scared of because you've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups kind of looking, well, I really do. I think it's more the King of Cups in this situation. The King of Cups is like someone, as a person, if it's a person, it's someone who is, you know, could be masculine, feminine, non-binary, but it's someone who is very much, very knowledgeable, emotionally intelligent, which again helps you navigate those waters of change. Water is usually connected with emotion. It's usually connected with, you know, the psychic undercurrents, the themes of, you know, the spiritual realms. But this is someone, you know, the King of Cups is going to be someone who says, what are you waiting for? Step into your power. Be changed by the water. Don't be scared. Yeah. Wow. I don't know if this resonates with anyone, but I'm just going to keep going with the message. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I just hope that it's, you know, it helps you out. Seven of Cups here, spirits. Seven of Cups. Wow. Of course. So the Seven of Cups is clarified yet again by the Three of Cups with the Rider-Waite. So there's I almost sense that the Three of Cups comes in here to clarify the need to pare down some choices and really get clear about who's on your team. That's what that is. Getting clear on who you can trust and who's on your team. Because excuse me. Sorry. One of those people that you need to trust is yourself. And if you don't trust yourself, then whoever you pick is not going to be good on whatever you pick in the Seven of Cups. Whatever you come clear about. Like, when I say whatever you come clear about. If you just randomly choose, like, oh, I'll just go for blah, blah. I'll just go for that cup. I don't know. I'm just guessing, right? No. Excuse me. With all this cup energy. I need to get some water. Hold on. Sorry. Wow. Okay. So, what I was trying to say, with all this water and cup energy, there is just an idea that you really need to get clear on what it is that what it is that you truly want. And not only that, you have to be true to yourself first. You have to choose yourself first and foremost, because that's going to make all the difference in this Justice card, right? The Justice card is going to tell you whether or not you've picked correctly. Well, the Justice card and this next Three of Cups that I'm going to clarify. I don't know whose story this is. But something is saying, choose wisely, choose yourself as the first cup. Because everything else is gonna depend on that. Can you clarify that fell out? Okay, clarify the Three of Cups. So it looks like clarifying the Three of Cups is the Ten of Wands. I almost get the sense that there's this group set up that you're still just not 100% on. And you might end up saying, you know what, all this hard work, I think I'm going to move on. I think I'm going to move forward. Now, all of these actions and things like that, the Ten of Wands is all about, look, screw you guys, I'm going home. Like, I'm just thinking of Cartman's voice when he's like taking his ball and his toy or whatever, Cartman on South Park, taking his toy and like going home, right? And he's like, I'm not involved. I'm not doing this anymore. You all aren't listening to me. You aren't including me. There's no fertile ground for me here. I'm going to take all my hard work and I'm going to keep going, but I'm not going to keep going right here. Weird. And you might be working on a project and like take it elsewhere. Like take that project elsewhere too. Because it just didn't work out. Sorry about that. Okay. So let's keep going. Clarify this Justice card. Clarify this Justice card. I don't know if that was right. Let's try one more. Spirit, can you clarify the Justice card, please? Thank you. Whoa. All right. Okay. So I don't know if this first one, and it could be that there's two different outcomes here. Now the first one that came out, I was like, I don't know if this fell out properly, but we're going to include it anyway. Page of Swords. Page of Swords. This historically has been kind of a spy energy, kind of someone someone kind of inserting themselves in the process, not subversively, but like in the background, and kind of just like watching and taking notes, and then like taking that to someone else. But it's definitely this idea in the Justice card that someone was spying. Someone was spying and found something that was not equal. And so the Page of Swords, being the Page of Swords, could be informing this Major Sword the fact that this justice is predicated on. This could be the beginning of some sort of a case, right? Ooh, I hate saying that. But it could be the beginning of some sort of either a truth that you have to defend yourself against, or someone has to defend themselves against. Hopefully it's not you. Hopefully it's not you. But there is the fact that there was some sort of spy or behind the scenes communication going on. Because the Page of Swords, again, historically is a spy or someone like an investigator or a detective that you just don't see. And but this could also be communication, like an email or something like that maybe gets uncovered or found or sent, that kind of a thing, or a phone call. The other card that came out was, I saw it, didn't I see it earlier? No, I didn't. Well, the other card that came out is the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now we've saw the Ten of Wands where you moved on from this Three of Cups situation. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Like when this is upright, you're looking at your past and you're like, oh man, you know, wounded warrior. I'm just going to keep going. You know, I've been through so much, right? But the Nine of Wands in reverse, it's kind of like, to me, I get a sense of regret. And yeah, I get a sense of regret here. Regret in this justice card. So I'll say this. There is some sort of risk involved in this, whatever this idea is unfolding for you. And there's this asking of a great power of you that you definitely have, right? I don't want you to end up regretting not trying. And I know, I'm getting a weird feeling in my stomach when I say that. Like I feel not a rumble, but like a pain almost. Like, I know it sounds weird to be risky. It sounds weird to be risky in that way. But it also might be you stepping out of your comfort zone. And I feel like this Nine of Wands is just like, I'm just going to retreat to my comfort zone. I'm going to undo all my hard work and go back to, you know, these things that may have battered me, you know. Yeah, wow. Interesting. Bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck is the Moon in reverse. This is coming out of confusion. Because the Moon upright, I mean, it's all about confusion, but this is like, you're coming out of confusion. You're no longer confused. You know what you have to do here. It's a confusing and muddling situation. I definitely sense that. I mean, this is a weird reading. But yeah, this is interesting. And when I say this reading is just for this week, what I want to clarify is that this reading, yes, is for this week, but it could, the energies in it, you know, it could change at any time. But it really, because we're in Pisces season, it really is important. Pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to synchronicities, pay attention if you really want to be, like, there's deep attention needed here. And when I say deep attention, not over analyzing, but really like being conscious of the fact that a decision needs to be made. Yeah. Okay, let me see here. I'm gonna see if I can get some additional guidance on this outcome. Spirit, can you give us guidance on this outcome? I'm using the, I think this is the Bluebird Lenormand. Can you give us some guidance on the outcome here? All right, we got the stork in the outcome. And it says, a stork in flight promises delight. A stork in range signals change. Progress heals pain drawn from the past. Embrace kindness and new friendships will last. So, I don't know, this could come down to just simple human kindness and embracing that, and maybe not too much judging or looking at it too closely. I want to draw another one just to kind of see. Yeah, here we go. The sun is warm and brightens the day. Good luck has begun to come your way. The closer your location, you bask in sweet bliss. Energy abounds in summer's radiant kiss. So this could be something that comes to fruition in the summer. Hold on, hang tight, be kind, and let's see. Do I want to give any more guidance, Spirit? Any more guidance? Something fun, maybe. I think the Oracle of E might be fun. The Oracle of E, a 52 card deck, and guidebook to manifest your dreams by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. So let's give a look-see. All right. I'm gonna shuffle here. Yeah, this is an interesting reading. And I'm looking at the King of Wands still, just like the King of Wands on the bottom of the deck here. It is about adventure. It is about adventure. It is about movement and action, taking action. So I just think, you know, this might be a year even, excuse me, of like taking action. Excuse me. All right. Some more guidance, please. Some more guidance. All right, Spirit, can you give us some guidance for this reading? Woot woot. Woot woot is the guidance. Let's read what woot woot is. 43. It's party time. Hang up the streamers, invite your friends, put on your dancing shoes. There has never been a better time to fist bump everyone you know. Joy to the world. Smile till your face hurts. All right. Wow. So this looks like it just could be a case of overthinking something. Simply put. And I did that whole reading in 43 minutes just for it to be simple. And I know Spirit is like laughing their heads off right now. If they had heads, they're laughing at me. Thank you, Spirit. I may or may not post this because it was so simple. It's so simple in the end. Be kind. Have fun, make it a party if you need to. Don't regret your decision. Okay.